I was thinking like the other day, if the amount of like excess that is, like I'm thinking from my perspective, like how much would I need money wise right now just to be like easy street for the rest of my life? It's probably like 200 grand or something, you know, maybe 250,000. Yeah, seriously.
200 grand in your easy street for the rest of your life?
Yeah, then I do YouTube like 3 months out of the year and do whatever the fuck out, because my house is paid for, car is paid for, no kids, no wife. So yeah.
Damn, you're like living minimalist hermit mode. 200 grand for the rest of your life?
I mean, that would be like a big enough nest egg.
How old do you think you're gonna live to? 41?
No, I mean like it's no. It's
He only has 1 year left to live.
it's so cheap to live here.
And he's got all that canned food to lean back on.
Yeah, there you go. No, it's so cheap to live here. Like seriously, it's insane. I think the average income in my area, like per year, is some shit like $22,000 per year.
Wow.
That's it, and that's enough to live. So, like for my area, I'm like high, like upper tier from what I make. So, if I just had like $200,000 like in the bank right now, I'm fucking good. Like,
That really is like the move for if you're like an internet guy.
Yeah.
Like I'm always confused when it's like I moved to LA and it's like
that's so fucking stupid.
ridiculous. Like, why would you do that unless you're like big enough that you're gonna make your way into commercials or something? Like
it's
like,
stupid. It's
Tucker,
stupid because
a friend of the show, BlameTruth surely knows him, old school
Yeah.
God guy. I think that his career is better based in LA than it would be in North Carolina.
someone his
absolutely.
size who's like really big, really popular, and he's gonna have that draw. Yeah,
If
but
you
like
can
Who's to
afford
say
that,
his
yeah.
size would be his size if he wasn't there? Like,
I think he
it's
was hugely popular before he went there.
well.
Mhm.
I certainly didn't mean at all to say it like wasn't earned.
Yeah.
I just think it might have been benefited from like a little networking, a little this, a little that. You know,
That is true. But
people see billboards, not billboards, like maybe billboards, but I was talking about the bus station advertisements with like his picture on it.
See, Tucker's bigger. Like somebody my size, he's bigger, so he's gonna have more opportunities to cross kind of promote and do like cross-platform stuff. So yeah, it makes sense then. But at the same time, what's stopping me from like living here in this cheap place and taking a fucking plane to California if I need to do something there? You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's more that he has the ability to like pop into a lunch meeting today.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
or if there's something really short notice, like, hey, we need somebody to show up here now. Could you do that? Like
Okay.
being like that flexible has to be part of it, but also just
That's
the networking that would come along with just being in town and being amongst that group of people could be huge. Because like, I mean, just every time I would hang out with like Harley or somebody like that, it'd be like, oh yeah, you want to do a thing like that? We know a guy who does a thing like that. Yeah, call that guy.
if you're doing like more not solo stuff, yeah, it'd be great because then all the people are there. You know what I mean? Like,
I guess it's like when you hit a critical mass of popularity, like it starts paying dividends. But like someone who isn't collabing a ton, like it just seems easier to be like, oh yeah, I live in fucking Washington, Missouri, and its cost of living is 0, and I'm making good money from my online bit like that. Yeah, I would
sounds
move
like
rural immediately if I could get good internet for
you
sure.
have to take advantage of the opportunities, but there are opportunities that exist from living in LA. And
definitely.
yeah, so, but I actually, in my heart of hearts, I don't know what the right call is. The cost of living is much higher, and to me, for my it's not my cup of tea, the lifestyle. So I don't know if it'd be worth it.
And isn't California's state income tax even like ludicrously high?
I'm sure it's too high. I don't know what.
Yeah, but it's
like
not
that would
100%.
Well, yeah, but it would be discouraging to see that amount of money leaving and cost of living. But I guess like, the people who move there are smart businessmen for the most part. And so
I would like to ask Tucker at some point, like if he thinks it's been more beneficial, because I would never, I just could not logically. I wanted to move to Charlotte, NC, which is not like huge like LA, but it's still probably like double the cost of living here, maybe triple even. Just because they had better internet, it's like a bigger place, more going on. But then I'm like, you know what? Like, eventually fiber came here, and I'm like, there's no fucking reason. There's just no, like, I can work. I can do my thing anywhere in the world. Why wouldn't I do it in the cheapest place and then just travel to those places if I need to? That's the way I looked at it.
No, I like your way a lot.
Yeah, that makes more sense to me. But I mean, if you're a really popular guy with huge amounts of opportunity all the time, and you need, like Tucker's like sponsored by fucking like Monster Energy or something. Like
it's also too he could just afford it, so he wants to live in LA. Like that's also a thing. Like
I don't want to live in a big city.
Yeah,
like, I don't think I would like that.
I just don't want to live in LA. LA is one of the worst. It's like bottom 3.
Really? Yeah. What do you dislike about it?
Oh,
homeless. I'll answer. That's my.
It's the smell.
I didn't notice the smell, but it is. It's there's a homeless problem that's huge. I know you asked Kyle. Something about like I think the climate causes it to be dirty. Like rain doesn't wash away the dirt from the sidewalks. Like it just accumulates in a way that like here the sidewalks get washed clean every so often.
You know, that's true. That town hasn't taken a bath in months.
Thank you. That's actually a pretty good like description, and not just the homeless, but like also the buildings and the sidewalks and the streets.
Are places like Phoenix really dirty?
Because like I can tell you Dallas was.
Now you got cleaner people in Phoenix though, so it cancels out.
Yeah, it's all retired people. Yeah.
Somehow Dallas was super clean to me. Maybe the proximity to the ocean gets it a little sticky and the dirt clings, but like humidity and salt and whatever. But Dallas was super clean to me. I was like, look at this! All these buildings like glimmer. It was like dirt repellent. Philadelphia is dirty too. Everything's covered with soot, and everything's covered with like sand in LA. I didn't like it.
It rains all the time here, and St. Louis is disgusting.
LA, not to mention, like the main reason I don't like it is the people. Because have you guys seen the show You, the television show You? Netflix?
No, I've never heard of that one.
Well, anyway, in the second season, he goes to LA. He's getting like stalked or something, so he goes to LA because he hates it so much that no one would think to look for him there or whatever. And a lot of they actually filmed it, I think, on location. And I'm just like, man, it's just like people named like Rosebud walking down the street on TikTok, you know, pantomiming some shitty fucking song. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Like I couldn't handle it.
Like everybody's trying to get famous at the same time.
It's just a bunch of bull. Like everybody is like an alien. I don't know. Sorry, LA, California people watching, but I've been shitting on you guys for like a decade. So just,
dude, it's awkward. Like you take a cab in LA, and they're like, "Oh, you're not from here. How do you like it? How do you like it?" I'm like, oh, it's really nice. Like I just lie. I lie out of my teeth. Because like your place is shit. This is one of the worst cities in America.
This is borderline the worst city.
It's real bad. It's really bad.
Who can't wait to get
behind St. Louis. You know?
like, and it's not necessarily the people. I do not like the homeless thing. That's its own separate thing. But like, I really don't like the layout of the city. Like it reminds me of like a much bigger version of Atlanta. How we've like nobody lives downtown. Everybody
both made the same zoning mistake. Like all right, once you get outside the core, no buildings over 5 stories. Like all right, fuck nards. Now you're just gonna spread out for the whole damn state.
They did that in St. Louis where they were like, no buildings can be taller than the arch, and so it's like, well, you're kind of forcing. Like, and the arch is the biggest like man-made monument in the country, so it's not like it's small. There's still big buildings, but it's still like, the fuck? What a stupid ass rule! Yeah. Like people flying in need to see the arch that much. They can still see it. It's there on the river.
Yeah.
Like,
no, Atlanta sucks. The traffic's terrible. You get that massive influx every day of traffic going into the city, and like Woody said, like. If you talk to someone who's like not from Atlanta, who's like from the country, they think what they think of as Atlanta is a gargantuan area. It's like the top center portion of Georgia, essentially, because like the city just keeps spreading out and out and out. It's, I mean, 40 miles away. There's still what most people think of as Atlanta if you're not from Atlanta.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I think a lot of cities are.
630 feet tall. Would you call that 63 stories? Is that a good estimate?
Yeah, right?
I guess so. Yeah, it is. It's like, it's huge. It's
but 63 stories in the context of a city limit isn't like
no,
huge,
it's not enough.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's enough for the fucking arch, but like, come on.
It's
like,
a cool arch. We're not saying it's not a cool arch. Only that when you make a rule saying nothing can be cooler, you limit yourself.
it's not cool.
I've never seen this, so I assume it's like the McDonald's arch. Let me look it up.
You've never seen the St. Louis arch?
No.
No, it's you can go up in it.
It's a giant end. It stands for Lewis.
Yeah.
Wait, is this a monument in St. Louis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool.
I've seen it once or twice.
It looks alien almost, like it doesn't belong.
I mean, it's enormous, and they just built a new like park at the base to like clean it up and be nice and everything.
Okay.
And I haven't gone to the park, but it was funny when the Blues won the Stanley Cup. There was a Facebook group with like 30,000 people in it, where it's like, when the Blues win, people on the St. Louis, the Missouri side of the river are gonna push, and people on the Illinois side are gonna pull, and we're gonna take down the arch in celebration. And it didn't work, obviously. But
wait, did they try?
They did. A bunch of people gathered and like push. And but you go like,
what if it worked?
That thing, that would be so fucking funny if they actually ruined it. But yeah, I remember a story when I was a kid. Some guy was trying to like be a daredevil, and so he tried to land after skydiving on top of the arch, and he did. And then he was going to slide down the side and pull out another parachute. And I don't think it panned out for him. He actually, but you go up in the
thing
arch.
About aviation is being half successful is not that good.
it shakes so much when you're up there. The one time I've gone to the top of the arch, first of all, they didn't spring for regular elevators. They're little like orbs because it goes up like diagonally. And so like everybody like sits in a little like white pod seat, and they take you up there. And the higher you get, like you get to the top, and like you're obviously standing on like an arch, but you're blowing in the wind. You can feel the whole thing move when you're up. It was unsettling. I'll never go up again. I didn't like it.
Wait a minute. How old were you when you went?
Oh, I was probably 6, 7.
Okay. Well, that does sound terrifying for a 6 or 7-year-old.
Yeah. I mean, now it would be fine because people go up in it all the time. But
did you learn an inordinate amount about the arch in like Missouri public school? Was there like a whole?
There's arch courses they take every year.
Yeah,
there's arch courses. And what's the best thing about the arch? It's there. It's certainly there.
It's really archy.
Yeah, no, the big like Missouri history thing they talked about was Lewis and Clark, where they'd be like, "Oh, Lewis and Clark departed from right there where the arch."
Because you like wheeled out that. You wheeled out that stat really quickly earlier. You were like, "Oh, it's the biggest monument."
Oh, they make a big deal of that down there. They're like, it's the biggest monument next to the most dangerous city. And it's so funny to like go down there because it's like surrounding the art. It's such a nice area. Everything's meticulously picked up and clean, and it's like they spend all their resources keeping that little park safe. And Forest Park, which is a big park in the city, like Central Park is. It's like they spend all their resources on that, and the rest of the city is an absolute shithole.
Baltimore and Camden both do that.
Yeah, like where they keep the parks pristine.
They both have aquariums, and the Baltimore's obviously way better, but they're they're pretty pimp, and everything is lovely there, and it's safe. And I mean, you could go to the Camden Aquarium and feel like you're in a nice place. Yeah, but nowhere else in Camden would you think that.
Oh yeah, the best thing we have here is probably the zoo. Like St. Louis, like oddly has a phenomenal, one of the best zoos in the country. Might be the biggest one in the country.
I love Taylor's St. Louis pride. We never see this side of it.
Oh, yeah,
we got the most badass man-made monuments and zoos in America.
Well, I didn't say it was the most badass. The most badass would be Mount Rushmore because that's like carving into stone. I've never seen it, but I imagine it looks cool.
I rode my motorcycle there this summer, and I flew a helicopter over it.
Is it how big is it actually?
Medium.
Fuck. I wanted to imagine it was like hundreds of feet of face per guy.
The faces, I don't know. It's hard to like judge perspective, but a lot of people were super disappointed. They were like, it's so much smaller than I thought it was. It was the size I thought it was. Maybe because that low expectation was set. But it was pretty neat. The helicopter ride's pretty cool.
Point, like it is there is nothing to brag about with St. Louis, and so people like will latch on and be like, well, we got the arch, we got a really fucking nice zoo that's free,
we got
you pay $20 for parking,
Homicide.
And then, and other than that, it's like, and the Cardinals, only the Yankees have won more. Let's go Cards. But that's about it.
No,
other than that, yeah.
I was going to say
the Drew Carey show.
The Drew Carey show, yeah. No, that's Cleveland. That's in Cleveland.
Yeah, that is Cleveland, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I was thinking of the song, and I'm like, wait, it's not St. Louis Rocks. Like, it's Cleveland Rocks.
Cleveland Rocks, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I was going to say, it's in NC, we don't have a baseball team, so we have to root for the closest team to us, which is the Atlanta Braves, which I find odd. Like, why do we have a baseball team? Yeah, really.
Oh, so I would have said we don't have a baseball team, so instead we root for the Durham Bulls. Maybe it's because I'm so close to them.
Maybe, but
I didn't know North Carolina didn't have a baseball. I don't know anything about baseball. I figured it was a big enough state they'd have one.
Also, I don't think we have Panthers here. No, we have a better name would have been like the Carolina Mountain Lions for the football.
That's a good point. Why are we the Carolina Panthers? This is our
no
NFL
idea. Why
team.
is there like catchphrase "keep pounding"? Because it sounds very sexual.
I like that about it.
Actually, I'm against you on this one. Keep pounding is perfect.
Keep fucking.
Keep fucking.
Wait. It gets better.
Keep fucking.
What?
Is St. Louis is like keep arching or something like
keep arching, keep hammering. Yeah, that's what it would be. Hammer that World Series home, and run to your car afterward.
Cougars are Panthers, but these are like black jungle panthers. It's the mascot is the thing. It's that, so it doesn't make sense.
It's Charlotte,
I definitely
right?
wouldn't
they should
live
have called
here
it like
unless
the
I was
Carolina
born.
Bankers.
The Carolina
Bankers.
The Carolina, I don't know, Gold Panners or something. Yeah, I don't know.
The St. Louis Murderers.
The Carolina used car dealers, something like that.
I like Bankers. They're scarier than Cougars to me.
Yeah, true.
Scarier than murderers in a lot of ways. They're
Yeah, right.
powerful people. They control all my money. So I know we're a bit over. Before we get to the next topic, we're going to hear from a couple of wonderful, wonderful sponsors. Blue Chew. Fall is here, and we could all use a stiff breeze. That's right. This episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, confidence can take you far in life. It can also help in the bedroom, especially when it comes time to step up to the plate. That's where Blue Chew comes in. Blue Chew is a unique online sales service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part is it's all done online, so no visit to the doctor's office, no awkward conversation, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew's tablets are made in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package. So if you could benefit from extra confidence when it's time to perform, Blue Chew can help. We got a special deal just for our listeners. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code PKA at checkout. Just pay the $5 in shipping. That is BlueChew.com, promo code PKA to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. Thank you so much, Blue Chew, for sponsoring the show. That is BlueChew.com, promo code PKA to receive your first month free. Just pay the $5 in shipping.
Thank you so much, Blue Chew, not for sponsoring the show, but for my rock hard, enormous dick.
Yeah, they keep telling at the end of the read it says, and we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the pod. No, yeah, I'm thanking them for my hard ass dick. The hardest dick. The first time you try a Blue Chew, I remember. It's engraved in my mind. I looked down at my dick pre-fuck, and I was like, "This is the best my dick has ever looked." It looks angry. It looks mad. It looks
grows
like
eyebrows and
it looks like that pussy owes it money, and you get to fucking. So check that out, Blue Chew. It's also, this episode is brought to you by Lucy. Lucy Nicotine is a company founded by Caltech scientists and former smokers looking for a better and cleaner nicotine alternative. Finally, tobacco alternatives that don't suck. Researched and developed for 3 years to be made for people, not patients. Lucy has created a nicotine gum with 4 milligrams of nicotine that comes in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. We've said it before, cinnamon is the way to go. Lucy also has a lozenge with 4 milligrams of nicotine and cherry ice flavor. Each and every flavor actually tastes great. It's convenient and discreet. Their products can be enjoyed anywhere, on flights, at work, on the go, or even in the gym. It's 2021. Get rid of your cigarettes, unplug the vape, throw out the dip, and get some Lucy nicotine gum or lozenges. This is the real deal. A subscription to Lucy comes directly to your door each month. It's so simple, and you don't have to leave your house because Lucy has delivery down. Painkiller Already listeners, go to lucy.co and use promo code PKA to get 20% off all products in your first order, including gum or lozenges. That's lucy.co and use promo code PKA at checkout. Also, we have to give this disclaimer. Warning, this product contains nicotine derived from tobacco. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. So head over to lucy.co and be sure to use promo code PKA for 20% off all products in your first order, including gum or lozenges. And this episode is also brought to you by the Lock and Load Stack. You want to come a lot. You want to come more. Your girlfriend's badgering you all the time. Why don't you come more? Why don't you come more? You should come more. It's finally time to put an end to that common conversation.
And woman will rehydrate at the end of your sexual escapade with the amount of cum that you deliver.
Yes, absolutely. She'll be manlier than you by the end of it because of all the load she is swallowing. So, you don't want to be a one gulp chump. You want her to be gulping. You want to be a 3 gulp chump and pump her mouth and cunt full of. I don't have a read. I'm making this up. It's so go ahead and buy that Lock and Load. Use code PKA, link below, and start coming like a man.
This is the worst. This is the worst thing I've ever heard of.
Derek
this is good shit, man.
They made hundreds of bottles. Derek is concerned they're going to sell out. So we're going to put the link in there as, I guess, right away because I have the link. Mm-hmm. We wanted to give Patreons first access is what I'm getting at. There is another batch already being manufactured. So even if it's sold out, the back order should be filled pretty quickly.